Michelle Dobner, a professor at Stanford, has made controversial remarks on Twitter against Camille Vasquez and Johnny Depp since the verdict came out. She has faced several backlash for the same. Her Twitter account has become inactive since she posted that tweet, which has led people to think that she must have been restrained by Stanford. So what exactly were the professor's remarks? How is she being silenced? Keep watching to find out. Over 3,000 people have signed a petition to have Michelle Dobner, a professor at Stanford Law School, removed from the respected university. After criticizing Johnny Depp's celebrity lawyer Camille Vasquez, Dobner was blasted online. Her inactive account now has people thinking that Stanford must have had something to do with it. The petition, which was started by a guy named Matt Adams, wants to call the professor out for her racist and sexist remarks towards Vasquez, adding that her hateful rhetoric is unacceptable. On June 2nd, Dobner took to Twitter to tweet a screenshot of Vasquez, accusing her of sucking up to masculine power. She started her Twitter rant by ridiculing Camille, saying that sucking up to authority could feel nice for a while, but isn't sustainable. Some women have learned to seek male favor in the hopes of avoiding being raped, abused, or humiliated in a society that denies them genuine power. It may seem wonderful to give in to authority, but it will not work. Then it'll be your turn. She went on to criticize female lawyers, calling them the absolute worst of the bunch for attempting to prove that they are genuine lawyers. Women lawyers are the ultimate worst of all the women who succumb to male authority. They throw women under the bus as hard and fast as they can, desperate to prove they are genuine lawyers, and aware of being a woman compromises their identity as lawyers. In the same Twitter thread, Dobner published photos of numerous other female lawyers posing with male celebrities suspected of sexual misconduct, such as Bill Cosby, Andrew Cuomo, and Harvey Weinstein. Dobner's outburst on feminism, in which she referred to female lawyers who had previously defended problematic celebrities as pick-me-up gals, enraged Twitter users. The majority of them petitioned Stanford University to expel her, questioning her online behavior and labeling her unethical. One user says, "I'm going to label it foolishness. If you support the abuser just because she's a woman, or if you have a thing on Amber and are trying to get on her good side." Another user commented, "Do you know why Michelle Dobner, a Stanford law professor, despises Camille Vasquez? I created an anatomy of the hashtag #BelieveHerIndustry with a lot of support. If you Google Dobner, you'll find out how important she was in Amber Heard's emergence as a victim." One more says, "Women like Amber Heard, Eve Barlow, Michelle Dobner, Charlotte Proudman, and others are women I absolutely do not want to represent me. As a woman, I refuse to be represented by one of these negative, misandristic women." One user tweeted about this so-called professor to Stanford. "Michelle Dobner's actions are those similar to Dr. Spiegel, and in my opinion, constitute slander. She even refers to Depp as derp, such repulsive and unethical behavior from a so-called professor." Why does a Stanford professor continue to harass Camille Vasquez on Twitter using misogynistic and derogatory language like "pick me girl"? Michelle Dobner, did you watch the trial? She's being particularly cruel. If my son was accused of DV, he would be much more concerned than some pick-me-girl lawyer. But that's not going to happen because I didn't grow up with a rapist wife-beater. Michelle Dobner is not an attorney. She does not identify as a feminist. She's a TERF and a misandrist. She's a bigot. She is incarcerated, anti-due process. She is a liar. She's an ableist. She's a bully who calls people names, pushes them around, and then cries wolf, sexism, when people disagree. Dobner's tweet attacking female lawyers demonstrates to me that she made those tweets against herself, employing her own daughter as a weapon. I reviewed all of the tweets that were sent to me, and I agree with you all. This gives it more weight. We have Ms. Dobner's profanity-laced tweets, a law professor at one of the world's most prestigious universities who posts misogynistic rants in the name of feminism. How could anyone think about attending this university when someone like Michelle Dobner works there? She has the right to her opinion, but she does not have the right to misrepresent and misinform people in order to cast aspirations on a much smarter female lawyer, the insecure and insane projecting their insecurities onto others. In a society that denies women real power, some women have learned to seek male approval in the hopes of avoiding being raped, abused, or humiliated. Sucking up to power may feel good, but it will not work. You will be the next victim. Meanwhile, a British lawyer told the Daily Mail that Dauber's tweets against Vasquez could be defamatory, which is strange given that Vasquez recently assisted Depp in winning his defamation lawsuit. Dauber, on the other hand, has toned down her tweets and has frequently used the hashtag #IStandWithAmberHeard. She even claimed to have received death threats as a result of her criticism of Vasquez on social media.
I get threats on a regular basis, but this one was really escalating.
During Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's heated trial, Dauber tweeted her disdain for Depp, even making headlines by suggesting in a Twitter thread that the star's famed film franchise Pirates of the Caribbean was racist. Michelle also said Captain Jack and the Pirates of the Caribbean whitewashed and erased slaves and slavery from the 18th century Caribbean, where it was most likely the cruelest in the world. Pirates were often far from the freedom fighters depicted in the film, but they were also slaveholders. Do you think Dauber was silenced by Stanford? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.